Everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I have something really exciting to share with you. Paul Rubens company reached out to me after I think seeing my the watercolour woodland book and the Harry Potter watercolour painting book, and asked if I'd like to try their 5th generation paints. I was so excited to share this with you. So if you haven't seen Paul Rubens stuff, oh my goodness, I will put all links down below, by the way. I mean, just look at the presentation box here. Isn't that just incredible? This pink and silver foil, and they did ask, you can get it in black. So on the front it says 5th generation artist level solid watercolour pigments, and then you've got details and the scan codes on the back. But what you're all dying to see is this, isn't it? So let's get into this. Look at this, look. So you get this beautiful, like, pink chamois. I have opened it and peeked. And I couldn't pack it as beautifully as they had done. But even, like, the cloth in here has got Paul Rubens and that eye printed on it. So if we I don't want to destroy the box. So if I take out the paint palette, inside is this beautiful cloth. Look at that, isn't that incredible? Love it. It's so soft and lovely. You get a Paul Rubens colour swatch paper. Now I don't know if you're going to pick that up in my lighting, but there is all these sparkles and glitteriness on it, and water on this watercolour card for you to do your swatches. And then in the book is all the colours that you get, and unfortunately I can't read it, but I could translate it, so I'll be able to get the colours. I'm not going to make you sit and watch while I swatch them. I am going to have to swatch them, but we're going to do some kind of painting with them. I haven't decided which book we're going to use yet, but we are going to. So here we are. Here is this beautiful tray of watercolour paints. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you've got your thumb ring on the back, but I've stuck my finger through it, of course I have. And then on the front it says Paul Rubens, and that eye again. And then we open it out. On the inside it's printed with Paul Rubens, and you've got your little mixing trays that fold out. And then here are your 24 little wrappers of deliciousness. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? So 24 colours. I don't know what they are yet, so what I'm going to do, oh, that's Naples yellow. Oh, they have English on them. Lemon yellow, cadmium yellow light. I will have to, because my eyesight is so bad and they are so tiny, what I'll do is photograph them and then enlarge the picture so I can read them, and swatch them out for you. But if we take one out, they come wrapped like little sweeties in little half pans, and you have to individually unwrap them all like this, and you'll get all your details on that. Then is ready to go into your little tray like so. If I can get my hands to work. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to keep my little ticket so that I can match them to my swatch card when I do it. So, while you've got this view of deliciousness even, it says that I'm looking at the information here on my computer, and it says it's made with ultra pure pigments that won't easily become muddy when mixed. They've got a high transparency, strong tinting, excellent light fast ratings, and it says we use extra fine gum arabic to create these artist grade watercolours, which produce paints that are easy to mix, light fast and permanent. We offer a selection of great colour ranges to satisfy your paint needs. So this is, yeah, their 5th generation of paints. I'm so excited to have them. So what I'm going to do is go off, unwrap all these little sweetie wrappers. Oh, just lovely. Don't eat them. Don't do that. And then I'm going to, then I'll come back and show you the card, and we'll do a painting with them. They also included in my package this Paul Rubens watercolour paper. Now, I don't know if you picked that, were able to pick up that. There's a little bit of water on there that's just dropped off my, I don't know if you can pick up on that, but the shimmer on there is just incredible. So they've sent me this pad of watercolour. Let me just get into it. So it slides out like this, and then in here, in this packaging, is all their sheets of paper, sheets of watercolour paper, and you know, I doubt the camera's going to pick it up or do it justice, but this has also got sparkles on it. It's absolutely incredible. So not too textured either. So maybe hot pressed, I'm not sure. I will check that out and find out for you. Let's have a look, see how many sheets was in here. There were, it is 300 GSM, I'm thinking, 19.5 by 27. Is there anything on the back here? No. I will find out for you, and I will obviously, of course, put everything in the link. But what I'm planning on doing is doing the swatch, and then we are going to do a, look at that lovely gold, and then we're going to do a painting. Alright, my lovelies, so I will be back with this gorgeous set of 5th generation Paul Rubens paints, and we'll have a look. See you in a sec. Okay guys, I've done the swatching, which I'll show you in a moment. I just wanted to come back to this paper. It is 300 GSM, it is also 100% cotton, and it is hot pressed, so you get a nice smooth surface. And they say the reason for the shimmer is to help the light reflect on it, so incredible paper there. So I would love to have put an image on it, but I want to get some graphite transfer paper is what I'm thinking. Anyway, look, here are those wonderful paints. I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the shimmer in better daylight, but on this paper, they are so pigmented and creamy. You're like, I have had a play. You'll see by my palette, like I've had a little play with them. But they are, yeah, they're just like, it's like, I can't explain it. It's just creamy. I don't, you know, and pigmented. You just need the tiniest little touch to get the colour. It's incredible. So there's all our colours there. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely beautiful array of colours. So the book I've picked is a very neglected book. And it's Colorage Wild. It is not watercolour paper, but it's the closest thing I'm going to get to it without doing another Harry Potter so quickly. And let me find that. I've lost the image I want to do. These are spectacular pictures in here. And there's one I've chosen. And of course I won't be able to find her now. Yes, this one. This lily one. So we've got a little bit of skin, we've got a little bit of hair, but the reason I've chosen this is because the image is nice and large for us learners, for me that's learning. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I've got my, these are Winsor & Newton foundation brushes. They come in this pack. They're really budget friendly. I think they're £7.99 in the UK on Amazon. And the reason I love them so much is that tiny point that you get on the end of it. They're just so good. So what I'm going to do is take them out and have them to hand. And I don't like mixing with the brushes, any of the brushes that have a tip on it. So any of my round brushes. So I'll probably use my filbert brush to mix with. And then perhaps use a different brush to, I don't know. Okay, so shall we see if we can mix up a skin colour? Okay, I've got a scrap piece of paper here. I've got water over to the side here, which you won't be able to see because I can't fit it all in. Cloth, scrap piece of paper, and gorgeous, gorgeous colours. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm thinking is, taking this taking this quinacridone maroon, the one I can't say of course, mixing that with one of the yellows to see if I can get a peach. So so I'll leave it this side, and let me just get the right colour. It's next to this violet, so it's this one here. So you literally, they activate as soon as you touch it, look, and they're so pigmented. Okay, so I want to see if I can get a mix of skin, nice skin colour up. So I'm going to take this yellow and mix that in with that pink. I need more pink. It might take me a while to get it right, so bear with me. Okay, we're getting there, I think. And more yellow. Oh, too yellow. Alright, there we go. And a lot of water. Let's try it, see what that looks like. We're getting there. Maybe just, maybe if we add just a touch of this one, which is Naples yellow, which is a more subtle yellow. Ooh, getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. So let's put a little bit more of that in. Can you see my scrap here? And of course it will dry lighter, so let's see that now. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because this is not watercolour paper, it's 250 GSM, which is beautiful, but it's not watercolour paper, so that might still be a little bit red, so I'm going to put a tiny bit of yellow in there, see what happens. See if we can get a little bit more of a peach colour. What do you think? Too yellow? It's very difficult. What about just a normal red? Let's mix the light red in, tiny bit. Let's see what that's like. That'll be okay when it dries. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I'm going to take some white, some clean water. And I'm just going to wet the paper here. Let's just go all over her. It's obviously got a little bit of colour still on my brush, but that's okay. Just want to get that water on there. Then I won't get, like, hopefully I'll get a smooth finish on her and not a blotchy outlines, if you know what I mean. Watercolour-like marks. I don't mind those on the flowers, but not necessarily on her skin. Okay. Alright, let's try adding this colour now then. So I've got a lot of water in there, can you see that? A lot of water. And let's just do it. What the heck? Okay. Nice and calm, nice and calm. And I'm using this filbert brush because it's quite a large space that I've got to fill up. So okay, we need to get those little ears. She's gone very orange looking for a minute, so I'm just hoping that that will dry. lighter. We could put more water on, but I don't want to mess it about because it is not watercolour paper. So, just going to put that brush to one side. Okay, now I'm thinking we're going to go for, let's see if we can mix like a sap green, like a lovely sap green. So this is May green, but that's too bright, I don't want that. And then we've got coming this way, this is a cobalt turquoise dark, and this is hang on a minute, I'm really confusing myself. So it's next to here, so it's this one. I want the olive green dark, so I'm going to try that. And I've now got this is a number 6 brush, which is probably going to be a bit big, but number 6 olive green dark. And I'm going to mix that with some of this beautiful Naples yellow. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a pretty colour. Oh, am I going to have enough now? Okay. I'm just going to switch to the number 5 brush. I just feel like I have a bit more control with that one. It's got a shorter handle. Okay, let's try this beautiful colour. That was easy, wasn't it? Okay, let's try. Right, where's the leaves? Here's one. And this has got a slight grayscale on it, so I thought it would be perfect for practicing a bit more, well, easy actually. Easy painting. Because if I don't want to do lots and lots of layers, then I don't need to, because it's got the grayscale in it. There's a leaf there. Be careful I don't get that on her skin, or she's going to look like she's got, I don't know, some kind of heinous disease. I think that's, is that a leaf? I think that's a leaf. Yeah, because it's coming up in there. That, a leaf in there, do you think? No, I think that's hair there, and then there's a stalk. Okay, so we'll leave that and see how that dries. Or maybe we should just put a little bit on the base of these like this. So I've just gone straight in on dry paper here this time. Let's put a tiny bit on here. Any more? Any more for any more? No. Okay. Alright, now I love this, that maroon that we've just used, this colour here, but literally I need nothing. I literally need nothing on there. They are so pigmented that I'm just going to keep loading it with water. Because there isn't a white in this set, so, but it was saying, I know it's got a black, but it was, when I was looking things up, I found out that, I'm going to water a little bit down over here, because what I want to do is put some just almost non-existent pink on these. Yeah, I found out that a lot of watercolour sets, professional watercolour sets, don't include white, and that's because people don't use them. They just use water in watercolour. And black, usually, they were saying, this is Google was saying, not they. Just get some colour in there. I know it's very pale, but that's what I want for a minute, because I want to be able to build it up without overdoing it. I'll go straight over these for a minute. Excuse my computer going wild. You never guess what my lovely members have done. They've been very sneaky. I don't know how they've done it, but they have put together a birthday parcel for me. Now I suspected when it arrived that it was a birthday present, but the box was mangled that came from Amazon. But it's not just any old birthday present, it's a huge parcel of stuff. So I can't wait to share it with you. I don't know how, I've said before on the channel, I don't know how I'm going to deliver it without crying. I don't. So, yeah. Okay, let's change the subject for a minute. I don't want to get all emosh while I'm reviewing my beautiful paints. Okay. So, we've got a very light layer and I love it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now what I'm thinking for these is that we take a tiny bit of this and we water this right down. And we get a really light version of that. And then we take our pink, again a really light version of it, and we streak that in here. We get this very light pink version, like this. We'll let it dry. And then I'm thinking we put some, in the highlighty areas, we put some green in. So it looks like we get a hint of the colour of the bud. The flower is in the inside of it, but then it will go, we'll get some of the green from the outside. So I'm just taking my brush and watering that down even further. Dry brush and lifting some of that off. It worked really well, this paper. I can't wait to try the paper they've sent, because if this is what it's like to colour with it, or to paint with it, with them, and this is not, you know, professional grade watercolour paper, I can't wait to try it. So I'm learning, and I know that you have to layer them up. This book is on Amazon. I checked before I used it. It's still on Amazon. It's around about £12. You get 25 images like this. It's by Emmanuelle Collins. I'm sorry, I should have said. And he's got loads of them. I think there's about 5 of them out. Yeah, so you get 25 images, but they're duplicated, so no, you don't get 25 then, you get 24 maybe? I'll check in a minute on the front when I've finished this bit. So I just want this very subtle pink, and then I'll decide. So some of them will be darker pink, and then some of them are going to have a little bit of that sap green in them. So we'll just see how it plays out. A bit more water. Yes, if you haven't seen these books, they're magical. This is the first book, and the paper in this is a little coarser, first and second book, and then the subsequent books after that get smoother. So much better for pencil, but once you've painted on them, used a wet media on them, you get some fantastic results with them. I need a little bit more colour. Just a little bit too cautious there. What do you think? So beautiful, isn't it? So beautiful. Such gorgeous images. Okay, let's pull that out. Yes, my lovely members. I can't get over it. And not just my members either, I've had some fantastic gifts that I've been, I've put to one side and I haven't used, because obviously they've been sent for my birthday. And I will be the half-century mark. I know, it's very sad, isn't it? So I'm going to take now that very, very watered down sap green that we mixed. Actually, I might have got pink in there, so I'm gonna take a little bit more over here. And with some clean water, I'm going to water that down. What do we get? I think they might have got a bit of contamination in there, so I'm going to blot that up because I know what I'm like and I'll pick it up without thinking. So I'm going to put some of this green in here. I know that sounds odd, but let's see what happens. Might need a little bit more colour actually. But let's just... and on this one. Yeah, so what I was saying was I posted on Facebook, on our members group, and a picture of the box with all the goodies in it. Oh, look at that, I really like that, look at that. We can go darker later. So obviously they've been very sneaky, I don't know how they've done it, but they've got me this great big box of goodies, and I posted this picture saying, you know, obviously my thank yous, and my computer's going berserk with notifications now. Bless them. Okay, so I'm just adding a little touch of this watered down green, and I think I'll make the centre one our darkest one, and we'll keep these a bit lighter. A touch of water. Need a lot of water there. I like it, look at that, isn't that cool? Or it will be, hopefully, fingers crossed that I don't fluff up. I love watercolouring. It is just so relaxing. And this is like a perfect beginner's thing to do, isn't it? Because I think we'll make these too bright. Because you've got your grayscale, it's going to be a little bit more forgiving. I'm going to put a little bit more green in these at the tip. I will come back with some more pink. That looks so cool. Isn't that pretty? Wow. Okay, right, I'm going to stop my incessant yapping, and I'm going to take a little bit more of that maroon. Okay, and I still want it really watered down, because you'll see they are so, I mean, you can see just the tiny amount that I used makes such a vibrant colour. So if we're going to do these, let's do that, bring that colour out. We can put the detail of the little bits of lily in afterwards. Bring that colour out, and then we're going to put some on the tip as well, where the dark shading is, which makes sense. Okay, and I'm not going to mess it about too much. Cool. Love it. Love it. I've never had, I've got a very, very posh set, Selenica, is it? Paints that were sent to me. but I've rarely used them because I'm so worried about, I will get them out now, but so worried about using them. I'm not really knowing what I'm doing, but these are, I mean, you just barely touch it for that colour. Look at that. I'll just feather that out a bit more. Look at that. Oh, so exciting. I'm just pulling that out. I haven't dipped back in the paint, I'm just pulling it out. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Isn't that gorgeous? And I wanted to do this because I fell in love with that pink for a start, but instead of the usual orange, I thought how much fun it would be to use this gorgeous pink for our lilies. Oh, just gorgeous. And we can go in again if we want to and put even more colour down. Just trying to pull that out subtly then now. Just where Emmanuelle has put his, I'm assuming it's a he, Emmanuelle, put his dark lines, the grayscale, sorry, stop talking. Oh, give me one sec. Sorry about that. I'd made tea. I've just run back up the stairs and I'm out of breath. I made a cup of tea and then I thought I was thirsty and I'd forgotten to bring it up. Okay, so back to it. I'm going to get these bits in the shadow here. And then we can definitely pull out some colour in there, some darker colour. If I'm brave enough. There we go. Oh my goodness. It's like, you know, people talk about mindfulness. This is, for me, it's like, I can't even speak when I'm doing it. It's like total mindfulness, watercolouring or painting. And I've been going to bed and watching this incredible artist do acrylic painting. Wow, it's incredible. And he breaks it down into these little steps, makes it look so easy. And it was that page in Romantic Country in my members group that I did. I had to get the acrylic paint out for to cover up what I didn't like the trees that I'd done, so I had to cover it up. And it was that got it started, really. I'm just going to try and just soften that out. Kind of getting the watercolour look, aren't we? I want to do the same on this one. This is why I love these brushes, look. That tip on it. You can get such fine detail with them. And can you see just that little tiny bit of paint that I put on there? I've done all of this. And then I'm just dragging it out and fluffing it out with what's on my brush. Now, if you are a watercolourist and you're watching this, I apologise. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing and having so much fun. I hope you're not cringing too much. If you are, well, just know that I'm having a lot of fun. And I intend to, I'm going to have to get a little bit more of that pink, that maroon now, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to have to get a little bit more of that. See what I mean? Look how much. Just literally touched it. Just making sure it's watered down enough because it is so pigmented. I'll do it in the dark shadows, and then if it's too dark, I can cover it up. Yeah, so I was saying about mindfulness. It's like that. It's like a total shut off of anything stressful. I found it. Oops, be careful. I know you can pick colour up with your brush, but you guys, if you're watching, you're so naughty. What do you think? I don't know what I'm going to do with the skin. I'm not very... I knew to mix like a peach colour, that they were the kind of colours you were supposed to put in there, but she's a bit yellowy. But I suppose if we add some like blush to her cheeks and things, that'll sort of even it out. And she hasn't got any hair yet. All that kind of thing makes a difference, doesn't it, when you've got... Just wow. Right, we're going to put some dark colour up here, darker colour here. Now, if you are going to do this, I would let the paper dry completely in between, because, like I said, it's not watercolour paper, so it's not going to handle a drenching. And then, although it's doing very well, I don't know. I wouldn't want you to ruin your book. Just putting a little bit more colour on this one because it's dark. And then we want some here. So I don't know if you want to watch the whole process. It was just, I wanted to give you a demonstration of just how beautiful these paints are. It might be a bit boring to sit and watch me try and produce a whole watercolour painting. Well, I suppose you could switch it off. Right, I'm just gonna... I've just dried my brush off in between there because I've got too much there. I'll just fluff that out. Okay. Oh, I love it. Isn't it cool? It's so cool. So I'm just going to try and cover up this grayscale a little bit without being... I want to cover up the grey without losing that watercolour look. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh no, it's scary. I have to go back in for a little bit more paint. Right, I'm going to go in on a dark bit again. That's still wet, so I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll pull a little bit out here. Just layer up that pink a bit where it's really dark. Oh my goodness. Oh, just... if I can sort her skin out, it would be amazing to do that. Such cute images in here as well. You know, it reminds me of Rose and Her Friends, that colouring book. Oh, now wouldn't that be gorgeous if I could transfer that? My printer is an inkjet printer, so it's likely that if I tried to do it on the printer that my ink would run. It might be that I could use a fixative over the top. Okay, should we try with this skin? Oh, scary stuff, scary stuff. Where's that filbert brush? What I might do with her skin is she dry? Yeah. Let's try the tiniest bit, and I mean like literally the tiniest bit of pink. That pink that we're using for the flowers. And let's try, she's got some shadow here. I'm just going to touch it. Let's try putting some of that in her cheeks. And around the shadow on her eyes. In there, tuck it in there. I don't know how this will dry. I've never done skin in watercolour before, ever. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm just dabbing it on my scrap paper, making sure that I haven't got too much there. Drag a little bit along her. Okay, she needs a little bit more on that other eye now. Okay, maybe a bit more of that skin colour too there. I don't want to mess her about too much, so I'm just going to put a dab of the skin colour that we'd mixed, that's still on my palette, with a lot of water. And just blend that in a bit. And our pink. And we'll do the cheek round here. I'm going to just sort of... I haven't done her ears, have I? Let's pull that down. If I don't faff with her too much and let that bit dry. Okay, I'm going to switch to back to my tiny brush, which is my favourite, the number 5, and we're going to take a little bit of that pink again. Drop some water in that bit. Ooh. She actually looks better with a little bit more pink, doesn't she? Let's just drop some more in. And then when that's completely dry, we can put some more skin colour around it maybe, just to blend. She needs a little bit on the end of her nose, like here. And then on her lips. I want to keep that innocent look, her innocent look. So I need to let that dry. Right, what colour am I going to do her hair? I've got all these beautiful colours to my... I'm going to go in with Naples Yellow because it is lovely and soft and subtle. And I can add on top of that then. So I'm just going to drop that in. See how pigmented they are? They're so beautiful. Yeah, if I go in light, which I do believe that's what you're meant to do anyway, that's now going to become hair, because I said so. Go in light and then build up my colour. It's not the same as doing Harry Potter, because I haven't got the instructions this time. I've got to do it myself. I think that is a leaf up there. So we'll take some of that sap green, re-wet that we mixed, and pop that in there. Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, a little bit on that stalk. Okay, we've got a little bit of leaf down here that is like, got nothing on it, so I'm going to put some green in there. And then just plain water. I'll go back in with some pink. Right, we need a bit more colour now. I have to be brave. I don't want to mess her about, so a bit more colour. Oh, that's very dark colour. Okay, tiny, tiny bits. Alright, let's try. Just pulling that up. We need a darker bit in there, that's for sure. And some in here. Can't. I have to rest my hand on the page because it's shaking. Let's pull that out a bit. And then we're going to want some here. So it's all the same colour that I'm using at the minute, and I'm just going over it and then leaving it for a second or two and then just sort of fluffing it out. Isn't that cool? I sound like I know what I'm doing, don't I? Fluffing it out. Ever the professional. Yeah, I'll put a link to everything down below, but you've seriously got to try watercolouring. Whether it's Paul Rubens or some other brand, you've got to give it a go, folks. It's just such a wonderful process. I can't recommend these brushes highly enough either. And if I can do it with my shaky hands, then you certainly can. With the aid of these brushes. See, I mean, her skin's gone very blotchy. And that is because, I think, aren't you supposed to blend while it's wet? And I didn't, so... Okay, so she's got a very blotchy skin. So how do I fix that? What do I do? Go back in with the skin tone? Go back in with a bit of skin tone? Again, like I said, I don't want to mess her about too much because I don't know what I'm doing really. I'm just learning. So what I'm going to try and do is just sort of, that cheek's not so bad, but I can't just leave one cheek darker than the other, can I? Because she's not there's no indication that there would be shadow anywhere else. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this side of her face is going to be as even as the other. Okay, so let's just... Okay, bit of clean water, I think. Alright. I'm going to have to put a little bit up here, look. This bit's a bit stressful, this skin bit. Just trying to fill that up. But it's watercolouring, it's not going to be perfect, is it? It's not meant to be. Okay, what colour can I put on her hair? What can I build her hair up with? I love this Venetian red. Should we put a bit of that in? Think that'll go? Yeah. Because we could then put those... Oh, yeah. We could have that as the dark bit on her... on the flowers. So, Venetian red is here. Yes, this one. That would be good for skin too. If I was brave. Let me move you down a little bit. Look at that. Beautiful colour, isn't it? I'm just going to try that. Put that in these little bits of flower here. You know, like the lily lines. The markings that they have. I had a picture, let me see. Yeah, so that needs green in there, but we'll sort that out in a bit. Well, let's do some of that round where her hair is darkest. Well, that's going to be fiddly. If you're still with me, thank you. Yeah, lots and lots of layering, but I'm pleased with her at the moment. If I don't overdo her, that is. I have that awful thing, you know, where I have to, it's not perfect, go back in, do that bit again. And then you end up ruining it. Oh, she's looking so cute. Look at her. Isn't that cute? What a lovely little image. Ah. Isn't it funny how we're conditioned to say, well, I'm conditioned, I don't know about you, but to say, because she's got pink flowers on her hair, see, there you go, to call her a she. Normally, everything I colour and everything I do is he, but that's just because I've got boys in the family. All my children are boys, my grandchildren are boys, but isn't it funny how we're conditioned to say, our brains are conditioned to say he or she, dependent on flowers and colour and things. It's, yeah, it's not good, is it? Because this could well easily be a little boy. Who knows? She's still wet now, so I don't want to... Right, some more of this dark in the flower. I don't know whether that's meant to be a bug. It's just started raining. I think we're supposed to get a storm at some point. We had like record temperatures yesterday. That's the trouble with the UK. You can't have anything for long, weather-wise. And we'll do her eyebrows. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that colour. Just a touch. Let's do her eyebrows. Okay, we could have a little bit of that. Let's have a little bit of that round her eyelashes. No, we don't want Amy Winehouse wings. Oh, that's a really nice colour for doing the really dark spots on her. Put that in her ear. Oh, that's a perfect colour. I think it's one of the colours actually that's in the Polychromos set that I use for skin. Okay, I'm just not happy with that cheek. I don't know how I would fix it. Maybe maybe just more water. I don't know, let's try. Different brush, flat brush number 3. Okay, then I'm going to go back to that Venetian red and put that shadow in. And on her lips. So we take out that grey. Let's get rid of that. Dot it in there. And that on her nose. Some little freckles would be good, wouldn't they? But I don't want to do that while she's wet. Do I? Okay, I hope you're not bored, because I'm absolutely loving it. Probably the way viewers drop off. I've probably got nobody left watching and I'm just talking to myself. I'll put some of that darker mix in there. What do you think, folks? So lush. Also teaches you to be very light-handed when you need to be. Okay, right, leave her alone. I know it's not perfect, but It's pretty damn near. No, I'm joking. No, it's not perfect. I'm learning, so I'm more than happy. So I'm going to put another layer of green in on this dark side. In fact, we might even mix up a little bit darker green. So we went in with this one. Was it this one? Yes, this one. Let's put some more of that in. And then I'll make sure my brush is clean. I don't want to mess up my paints. This one. Yeah. Less water this time. So let's do that. So it's just a darker version of what we'd already got. Then we can add some just darker side to our leaves. Leaves. Oh, and I want green in there. So there's a little like stem and a little green bud there. So I'm just going to drop that in. And then our little like that. And down here, this I haven't finished all the detail, have I? There we go. And over here, this one. It's like a little, not a bud, it's like the centre of the flower. And on the picture I'm looking at, that bud, that centre bit is green on these pink lilies, whatever they are. And then when that's dry, I'll put some dark pink on it. And I think maybe some, what colour? Back in with the earth yellow, I reckon, on her hair, or his hair. Excuse my social conditioning. Okay, so earth yellow, let's pull some of that in. I've kind of lost a little bit of the, well, a lot of the artist's grayscale now, but if I then clean my brush off and dry it off a bit so it's just damp, and then pull those in together, so she's got multi-tonal hair. Oh, just plain, but I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. Loving it. I need a bit more colour there. Tiny bit of colour here. I don't think many people will watch this video anyway. Only my die-hard fans. Die-hard Lucy fans. That still seems weird to me. And I made 12,000. I meant to say, I made 12,000 subscribers. I can't believe 12,000. Good grief. Okay, so I'm just darkening up those little areas. And then I want that Venetian red to finish off the pattern in these leaves. I don't want to rush. So what I might do is just go off and finish her in my own time, and then just come back and show you it finished, because it's going to be a lot of, because I'm not using many different colours. I'm just going to layer up. I don't think I'm dare touch her skin. I don't know. You know me. I won't end up fluffing her up. So I've left that for a minute. Let me fluff that up. Not in the literal sense of messing it up. I need a bit here. Definitely need some under there. There's like a real dark shadow there, isn't there? And I think it's just going to pay attention to those little details like that, the shadow area, that makes all the difference. We know from our colouring, don't we, that it does. Putting in depth and putting in shadow and adding depth makes a huge difference, doesn't it, when we do our colouring. So what I'm going to do is just go off, play about with her, not too much, but just continue to do what I'm doing with those colours, and then we'll meet back up. If I do anything to her, it'll be just add a little tiny bit of pink to her cheeks, but I might just step away because, like I say, I've never done skin and I think she looks quite cute, and if I have a tendency to overwork things, keep playing, trying to make it perfect, and I'm not going to. And at the moment she's got that sort of watercolour look about her, hasn't she? So I'm just going to do a few more touches and then we'll meet back up. So I'll see you in a second. Right, I am going to step away because I'd started to play about with the skin and I was just beginning to peel the paper. It's not, like I say, it's not watercolour cut paper, and I have to, if I want to do watercolour, I'm going to have to let go of that perfectionism thing that I have, you know, that you just keep going, you're never going to be satisfied ever. So just to cover it up, I gave her a few little freckles with that Venetian red to match the lilies, and I'm thrilled with her. I think she's gorgeous. I want to send a massive thank you to Paul Rubens for sending me these supplies, because you really have sparked something inside me that makes me want to really branch out and try more. Obviously I'll do that in my own time because people are here to see me colouring, but there is no reason that we can't use it as a base in our colouring books. I just wanted to demonstrate that as a complete novice that you can do these things, and particularly in a book like this with the grayscale underneath, it really helps. And if you're more patient than I am and you let things dry and you know you don't fiddle and faff, you could, oh, this could just be incredible. But I love how the pink and the green blended, which showed exactly what they were saying on their description, that mixing colours and layering, and yeah, they're just fantastic paints, and I can't wait to put an image on the paper, which, God willing, if I get to, by the end of the month, I'll be able to show you in our end of the month finished pages. But yeah, so I love her, adorable, absolutely adorable. So just to recap, because I didn't show you that much at the beginning, this is Coleridge Wild by Emmanuelle Colin. This is the first one, and there is a series, I think there's 5, but I don't think you can get them all on Amazon. I think you have to go to like Etsy or something, I don't know, but I think I've got 4, but they are just adorable, adorable books. And as the series go on, they move from just being little faces to animals, girls or boys with animals, and yeah, they're just beautiful books. So thank you so much for watching. If you stuck with me, I hope you didn't find it too boring, and I hope you'll love these paints as much as I do. And if not these paints, I hope it's inspired you to pick up a paintbrush and have a try, because if I can do it, you can do it. Alright, my lovely friends, now it's my birthday on Friday. I have got the most incredible, incredible presents that have been sent, and I've been saving them up to do a video with, but it's going to be a very long one, so you're going to need to grab yourself a comfortable chair and a seat for Friday. But then I also have been sent by another company the most incredible, oh, it's very exciting actually. They're I wouldn't say that, well, I suppose they are budget pencils in terms of the price, but they don't perform like budget pencils, that they sell open stock. So finally someone's listened to us, so I'll be able to get those out to you too. So until we meet on, hopefully on my birthday, unless the family's planned anything, I might have to film Thursday night. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, until we meet again at the end of the week, take really good care of yourselves, my lovelies, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.